Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right with your money, but you're still just kind of broke? It's a weird, anxious feeling, right? Well, today we're going to dive into why your own identity might be messing with your wallet way more than you think. So let's just start right here. Does this question hit home for you? That feeling that just being average, just keeping up, is somehow a losing game? If you're nodding along, that's not by accident. There's a really powerful story out there in our culture, and honestly, it's designed to make you feel exactly this way. Yeah, this feeling, it actually has a name. We can call it the normal is dangerous narrative. And this isn't just some random anxiety you cooked up. It's a story we are told constantly that shapes how we think about our money and, more importantly, how we're pushed to spend it. So what is this thing really? Well, it's this message that's basically everywhere, from commercials to social media, that tells you an average financial life isn't stable or okay, but that it's actually a huge risk. It completely reframes the idea of normal into something you should be scared of. It turns stability into a threat. Kind of wild when you think about it. And this whole narrative is so effective because it doesn't really target our logical brain. No, it goes for something much deeper. That core human desire to be special, to stand out, to be anything but average. The pressure here isn't logical, it's all emotional. This narrative makes every single financial choice feel like a vote on your self-worth. Are you a success or are you just normal? That's a massive weight to carry around, and it makes us really vulnerable to some pretty specific traps. Okay, so where does this narrative actually show up in our day-to-day lives? Well, one of the most common places is in our social circles, and this leads to something we can call the high cost of friends. This friendship tax, it's a direct result of that normal is dangerous story. It's that pressure you feel to go on the expensive trip or to that fancy dinner that you can't really afford. And why do we do it? Because saying no can feel like you're admitting you're falling behind your friends, that you're just the normal one staying home while they're out having these amazing experiences. And it's not just social pressure, not by a long shot. The normal is dangerous narrative has also fueled this absolute explosion of financial tools that promise an easy way out of feeling average. And one of the biggest ones right now is the buy now, pay later trap. This cycle is just dangerously seductive. It starts so easy, right? A totally frictionless purchase that gives you an instant lifestyle upgrade. And those small, manageable payments, they don't feel like a big deal at all. But then, pretty soon, all those small payments start stacking up into some serious debt. And before you know it, you're trapped, working just to pay off the very above-average life you were sold in the first place. I mean, look at the promise of these services. It's so tempting. Instant gratification, an upgraded lifestyle, and this idea of financial flexibility. But the reality, it's often the complete opposite. Delayed financial pain, a cycle of debt you can't get out of, and this invisible prison where your future paychecks are already spent. So how in the world do we push back against this? Well, the most important first step is just awareness. It's about recognizing that these pressures aren't just you failing at something, they're part of a much bigger story. It's about escaping that invisible prison by, first, actually seeing the bars. Okay, let's just pull this all together. It all starts with that uncomfortable feeling that being normal is a form of failure. That feeling is fed constantly by the normal is dangerous narrative. Then the symptoms pop up in our lives as things like the friendship tax and the buy now pay later trap. And the ultimate target of all of this, your sense of self, your identity. And that's really the crucial takeaway here. Struggling with overspending to keep up with friends or getting tangled up in payment plans, that isn't just a budgeting problem. It's a symptom of a powerful story designed to make you feel that who you are right now just isn't good enough. And recognizing that, that's the first step to taking back control. Which leaves us with one final, pretty powerful question. If the version of normal we're constantly being sold is actually a carefully built trap, then what does real financial freedom actually look like for you? It's probably not about having more stuff than everyone else. Maybe it's about having the power to define success on your own terms. And that's a question only you can answer.